Hello, everybody. It's Pastor Mark McDonald with First United Methodist Church of Batesville for a weekly update. There's not a ton going on to announce this week, but I do have one big announcement about Christmas Eve. So there's a lead into this. We did not get our carpet in for the installation today. It has been delayed, and so the sanctuary will not have renovations complete in time for Christmas Eve. However, that makes no big difference for us because as the numbers go up, we are very limited in what we can do indoors, and we're staying with our small groups of 10 people meeting indoors. So having said that and letting you know that we're disappointed that we're behind in the renovation calendar, but we will get the sanctuary done in the next several weeks. At that same time, we are planning Christmas Eve activities. So what we have going on this week, this next week, is that on the 16th, not tonight, but next Wednesday night, we have a drive-through time with Santa for everybody in the church. And then the week after that, on Thursday, Christmas Eve, we are having actually three options for Christmas Eve services. Number one, we are going to have an online Christmas Eve candlelight communion service that will be led like our Sunday morning services. So that will be online Christmas Eve for you to join with a more formal produced service. But also, the second thing that we're excited about is we're going to have a Christmas Eve candlelight service on the front steps of the church with all of our normal safety protocols. We will have candlelight communion. We will have the Advent candles there. We'll meet on the front steps, the historic front steps of our sanctuary. And so it will be a shorter service than our normal Christmas Eve service because it'll probably be a little chilly. So weather permitting, that's what our plan is. We're working on our backup plan to be able to do some options if the weather's not good. As we get closer to that, we'll make more announcements about the plans. But plan on a Christmas Eve outdoor service, a candlelight communion service in front of the church, probably at 6 o'clock. But we're working on details. I'll have more of that coming. So we will have an in-person Christmas Eve service. It will be outdoor. And if there are weather problems, we'll make some other plans for that. So just to let you know about that, make your plans for that. The third part that I shared is that we will live stream that. We will use probably Facebook Live, and we will have somebody there filming that service live, and so you will be able to participate. Now, in order to make that happen, we're working on Christmas Eve kits. So that whether you join online for the live stream or follow our regular produced service that will be that night, we will send home some kits that will allow you to share in some individual communion cups. If you need communion elements, if you don't want to prepare them yourselves, we do have some individually prepared communion sets that you can come by the church and pick up before Christmas Eve service. We also will have some candles. If you don't have candles that you can light, we want you to be able to follow the liturgy that we'll provide online with us for that live service, that streamed service, and then also have a candle and some communion so that we can all share in communion together. Now, if you are not able to do the live stream service, or if you want to do both services, we'll have some other elements to the produced Christmas Eve service. Both of those will be online and available for you to watch afterwards. So if you're not comfortable with coming up to the church, being with a group of people, that's okay. We're going to have options for you, and we're doing everything we can to produce something or make something happen so that we can all share in communion at that same time during that live stream service, and for those that are there in person. I'm excited about those, and there's a lot going on. Now, behind the scenes, there's even more going on. One is that the use of our blessing box has gone up even more. So we are desperately in need of volunteers and food and donations to help with that. We used to buy for that once every few weeks. Now in COVID, we buy every other week, and we're at the point now we believe we're going to be doing shopping for our blessing box every single week. So the way that you can help with that is threefold. One, if you want to help us load that sum, bring up some non-perishable food items. What we ask you to do is have pop tops on the cans. Think of people who may not have a kitchen available to prepare everything. So things that you can eat from a can or a package. But we also do take things that can be used in a kitchen, like macaroni and cheese. Peanut butter, proteins are really important to share. So peanut butter, Vienna sausages, canned meats like tuna fish, chicken, things like that, crackers to go with it. Packets that people can take with them. So if they don't have a way to prepare food, think of that. But also there are people who get that and prepare food at their house. So anything that you can bring up that's non-perishable, you can put directly into the blessing box. And that will help us cut down the usage of that. If you would like to help us load the blessing box, we can always use a few more volunteers to help with that, or people to fill in when other people are unavailable to fill the blessing box. And of course, monetary donations are always welcome. So if you would like to make a gift for that, you can go to our website, and there is a donation link there for emergency needs. It's what we use for our food ministries. It's what we use for tornado relief, disaster relief, things like that. So simply look at the options that you have to give online and do that. Or you can drop a check by the church and drop it in the mailbox. You can mail it to the church. We do have a mailbox at the church now, if you didn't know that. So 615 East Main Street is our mailbox, but we also have a P.O. box, which is P.O. Box 2014. So we check both of those daily. Thank you for your support in that. So I want to share with you that has gone up tremendously. We're hearing of great needs right now, and this is the time our church is ready to step up. So help us out how you can with that. If there are other things that you know of that you want to help with, certainly reach out to me or to the staff and let us know. Lastly, I want to encourage you to be part of small groups. Our small groups are starting to grow a little bit. Now, we limit our small groups that meet indoors to 10 people. We probably have a dozen different small groups a week that are meeting, and a lot of them are filling up. So what I'm asking is for you to consider being a host or an organizer of a small group. This is not necessarily a Bible study. Certainly we welcome Bible studies. We can help you find material to use for Bible studies or curriculum to use. But right now, if you'll think back to when I first started sharing about small groups about a year and a half ago, we talked about the early Methodist movement and how everybody got together in these classes and bands and societies, and they asked the question, how is it with your soul? In lots of different ways. It's a time to check in spiritually with other people, and that's so important right now in this time of separation. We're finding that is really necessary. So if you would host one, you can start one online if you'd like. You can do a telephone one. You can meet here at the church, set up a time to reserve one of our rooms and learn how to do the protocol and to sanitize afterwards. We've got outdoor spaces that you can meet in. So reach out to me or to one of the staff and let us know. We need some other adult small groups. So that's what I'm asking you to prayerfully consider taking one on. If you'd like to lead a Bible study, we can help you with finding a Bible study curriculum. You could use the upper room devotional and simply read that together and then just share prayer concerns. Share your hearts with each other. That is so important right now. Remember, we're in the last few months of this time, and it's going to be intense over the next several weeks with the holidays adding some spread to the virus. But that's why it's so important to find safe ways to gather together in small groups and outdoors, and know that we're going to have that Christmas Eve service, which is going to be a blast. We'll keep our distance. We ask everybody to stay far apart, wear our masks, and we'll be careful like that. But we are looking forward to the end of this, and there are many new conversations about ways that we're going to be a different church, a stronger church. So stay with me. Keep bearing on with all this and help us with our food. Get a small group going. Make your plans to join us on Christmas Eve in person or online. We'll let you know in the next week or so about how you can pick up Christmas Eve packets, which will have the liturgy, a candle, and some communion materials. Or if you only need a part of that, we'll have that available too. So we keep it moving along, but I hope you have a wonderful day today. I miss seeing you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. God bless. Have a blessed day, and of course, be a blessing.